Well, I suppose one question you should all be asking yourselves is, what am I going to do? And I'm sure you do, because that's what young, intelligent, idealistic people do. And how can you contribute? How can you be most useful? How can you be a good citizen, both of your own society and of the more global society? Because I think it's very important to remember that you are parts of rooted societies, and it's very important to be part of those societies. But it's also important not to put yourself into a box where you don't look beyond and you don't recognize that you're also part of a much wider human and indeed global society. And so I think for you the challenge is going to be to keep that balance between community, local community, and a much wider and global community.
So some think that thinking globally is the opposite to thinking nationally, that if we think about national interests, they often don't square with global interests. And I think that needs a lot more exploration. So if you take a concept like sustainability, that's a very Western concept. So the first step in thinking globally is to ask your peers, because they're all around you in Oxford, to ask your peers from Brazil or China or India or South Africa, what does sustainability resonate as in their country? Someone from China might say to you, look, sustainability to us is a Western concept. We think, if you think about why China's sustainable, they might say it's a one-child policy, right? And that's not the Western view of what sustainability is about. So the very first thing is understand how the concept or the issue or the value you're talking about travels across the world. And why that's important is because you can then start to understand where the shared values are and where the shared goals are. And I think there is almost no issue on which the national versus global boundary doesn't start eroding when you start going deeply into what does this really mean for your country? How does your country really try to achieve this goal?